I'm going to talk about Doctor Doom, Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. here for a bit, but I have an interesting article here pulled up, and it's about James Gunn and how he was talking about that, Robert Downey Jr. was an interesting choice and a quote unquote smart move from Marvel Studios to cast him as Doctor Doom. Now, honestly, in my opinion, Robert Downey Jr. would have not been my first choice. I think there was plenty of other options for the character of Doctor Doom, and it's clearly apparent that Marvel Studios was desperate at the time when they made this announcement. And you can't say that Marvel Studios does not know what's going on. You can't say that they're blind, that they don't see why I guess you can say the ratings or viewership has kind of dipped a little bit since Endgame. And at least the quality control of all their movies and shows that have come out after Endgame hasn't exactly been there 100%. And it's very telling. And with the casting of this, of Robert Downey Jr. being played by, with Robert Downey Jr. playing Doctor Doom, Marvel Studios thought that maybe they can get us back in their good graces. And I guess you can say in the moment it kind of worked. Clearly coming from the crowd over there at Comic-Con, they were cheering and roaring and everybody was just yelling at the top of their lungs. When Robert Downey Jr. revealed himself as one of the people cosplaying as Doctor Doom on stage, and everybody just went wild. And after that kind of died down, we started getting everybody's reaction online on YouTube. I think I did a video about it as well, and it was I'm a little on the fence on it. Not gonna lie, I don't hate the idea completely, but I'm not 100% hyped for it either, if you understand. So I'm right in between. And honestly, there could have been other actors to take on that role. And it kind of feels like Robert Downey Jr. is a little selfish, or Marvel Studios is just being they're trying to play it safe. But again, we're going to have to just wait and see when we see his full-on appearance in the film. So anyway, James Gunn reacts to Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom casting, and I have the article here. Director James Gunn recently discussed Robert Downey Jr. casting as Doctor Doom in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Gunn, for his work on the Guardians of the Galaxy and the upcoming Superman Legacy, shared his thoughts on the decision. James Gunn says casting Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom was a quote-unquote smart move. James Gunn recently opened up about Robert Downey Jr. joining the MCU as Doctor Doom in an appearance on Josh Horowitz' Happy, Sad, Confused podcast. Gunn called it a smart move, adding, "I was excited about it, and I also love Robert, so I think that's cool. And I think it's a great idea. I think there's nobody better than him." Marvel revealed Downey's casting as the villain Victor Von Doom at the 2024 San Diego Comic-Con, surprising many fans. He explained that Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige approached him with the idea, calling Feige a creative thinker. That's via the direct interview. The Gunn's positive response highlights his belief in Downey's ability to bring depth to the character, much like he did with Iron Man in the MCU. Gunn, known for his successful casting choices, drew a comparison between his own experience and Feige's. Both now lead major franchises, Gunn at DC Studios and Feige at Marvel. The director has previously discussed Downey's influence on casting. While casting Chris Pratt as Star-Lord for Guardians of the Galaxy, Gunn noted that Downey's portrayal of Iron Man inspired him. He sought an actor who could bring something unique to the role and take it beyond what was on the page. So with Superman set for release in July 2025, Gunn will likely face competition from Downey's portrayal of Doctor Doom in the Fantastic Four: The First Steps, which premieres shortly after 2026. Fans eagerly anticipate the next chapter in these iconic cinematic universes, and both films are poised to dominate headlines. Now, you can say that maybe there are some similarities between the characters of Iron Man and Doctor Doom, being that they're heavily tech-based, but Doctor Doom also being not only a man of tech, but also a man of science and magic. And what I don't want to see is either a little bit of Tony Stark or a little bit of Iron Man in the performance of Doctor Doom from Robert Downey Jr. I want to forget that Doctor Doom is being portrayed by Robert Downey Jr. I want Robert Downey Jr. to not be really all that recognizable. I don't also want people, at least other Avenger characters, thinking that that's Iron Man that they're looking at when they see Doctor Doom's actual face. I don't want any of that stuff to happen, because it's been actually officially confirmed that Robert Downey Jr. is playing Victor Von Doom, not a variant of Iron Man as Doctor Doom, not that take of when Iron Man became Doctor Doom from the comics. I don't want any of that. This is supposed to be an entirely different character, and that's what I want. And that's it. Nothing further. So if this is going to be, if this is the case, which it is the case, Robert Downey Jr. needs to play Dr. Doom to a T, and we need to forget that that's Robert Downey Jr. He needs to get lost in the role of Dr. Doom, because Dr. Doom is one of the greatest villains of all time in comics. So you let me know your thoughts about this. Do you think that it was an actual smart move from Marvel Studios to have Robert Downey Jr. cast as Dr. Doom? If not, who else would you have casted? Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. And as always, thank you so much for liking and comment on this video. Share it if you have to. Subscribe and dislike the video if you did. Please share the video and like it. And please subscribe because it really helps out the channel. And as always, guys, thanks for watching once again. And I'll see you all in the next comic panel.